Hello, fellow clear mind enthusiasts. Well, that was faster than I expected. Here I am, less than a week later, bringing you another Synchron video. The reason for it is the incredibly smooth climb to Master 1. Before we dive into it, I have to give a huge thank you for the incredible support you've shown. Together, we've reached 2 milestones that mean the world to me. First, reaching 400 subscribers. That may not sound like a lot, but it means so much to me. And the second milestone, one of my videos has hit 10,000 views. I want to thank every single person who liked my videos, subscribed, or even just watched. I truly hope my videos have brought you enjoyment, given you ideas for your own builds, and helped you understand Synchron and Stardust decks better. With that said, let's dive into this new brew. It performs extremely well against Tearpile and remains strong against other decks as well. It builds on the previous list but uses the Superheavy Samurai engine instead of Kashtira, and it's a 55 card list. If you'd like to see the previous list, I'll link that video in the description, where I showcase the main combos with the Adventure engine. I won't be covering them here, as I'll focus on the Superheavy line and some exciting replays that showcase the deck's strengths. Alright, everyone, let's take a look at the match history with this deck. You might notice one tiny issue: my coin flip luck is absolutely tragic in Master 2. Seriously, I think Konami has some kind of hidden agenda against Synchron players. But despite all that, we're still holding a positive win rate, which says a lot about the deck's resilience. Before the showcase, let's address a few questions I expect you might have about this list.
Why 55 cards? Why not 60, 40, or even 50 as a middle ground?
Good question, little Timmy. I didn't do any exact calculations here, but the Chinese Synchron community swears by 55 cards, and after extensive testing, I found they're right. With 50 cards, I'd often draw hands with no non-engine cards, and grass felt less rewarding. At 60, grass was better, but I couldn't add more cards without hurting ratios, and it lacked strong mill targets. 40 cards, meanwhile, couldn't fit the necessary engine pieces. So, 55 cards felt like the sweet spot for me, where I rarely brick and typically have 2 non-engine cards in hand.
Why no Maxx C?
Simple answer: screw Maxx C. We're going all in on gas, and Maxx C isn't great against Tearpile. Instead, I opted for Effect Veiler to keep a balance between gas and control against non-Tearpile decks. Plus, Veiler can double as an engine piece in the Adventure combo, making it a good middle ground.
Thanks for the explanation, Echo. I do have another question, though. Isn't it risky to play grass with Superheavy Samurai and so many spells in the deck?
Another excellent question, little Timmy. Yes, maybe, but it works. Grass mitigates the choke points of Speeder, as milling Synchron still gives you solid combos in case our Speeder gets negated. Fairy Tale, Snow also adds flexibility, allowing you to clear spells in the GY if you draw into SHS cards mid-combo or take the Maxx C challenge. Snow is so valuable in this deck that I'm running 3 copies. Even if she's in your opening hand, she's incredibly versatile, helping to dodge imperms and veilers on Speeder, and connecting every piece of the deck. With those basics out of the way, let's dive into the cards. First, we have the standard Synchron core. 2 Jet Synchron, 3 Synchro Overtake, for more jet access, 1 Assault Synchron, 1 Revolution Synchron, 2 Stardust Synchron, and the regular Stardust package, 1 Stardust Trail, 1 Illumination. In contrast to my previous list, I'm only running 1 Revolution Synchron since Majestic Star Dragon doesn't have space in this extra deck. The primary support engine for Synchrons is still Adventure, and we are running 3 Enchantress, 3 Rights, 1 Fateful Adventure, 1 Griffin Rider, 1 Dracoback. This engine is practically tailor-made for our purposes, providing resilience, pressure, and protection. I'd consider Diabellstar the second most important engine here. This engine often enables an unaffected Speeder almost by itself, making it a strong choice in a best-of-1 format where opponents won't expect it. We run 1 Wanted, 1 OSS, 1 Junk Servant, and 2 Diabellstar round out the Diabellstar core, increasing our effective jet Synchron count to 9 with Overtake. Superheavy Samurai provides a 1-card Baron protected speeder with bike or Wakaushi. The core of the engine consists of 3 Wakaushi, 3 bike, 1 Benkei, 1 Soul Piercer, 1 Scales, 1 Diabolantis, 1 Praying Mantis, as a Diabolantis mill target. Although the requirements are hefty, after experimenting with various Synchron setups, this one feels best to me. For the non-engine lineup, we have 3 Veiler, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Ghost Bell, 1 Card Destruction, 1 Triple Tactics Talent, 3 Thrust, and 2 Called by the Grave. There are also other possible engines that synergize well with the build. For example, Centurion. It's quite small and easy to access via the level 12 Auxiliar, providing valuable tuner and non-tuner bodies, and has excellent synergy with Diabellstar. However, it conflicts with the Adventure engine, making it less appealing for me. The lack of extra deck space also limits its viability. The second engine is the Snake Eye engine, which mainly consists of Snake Eye Ash, Poplar, and Bonfire. Its strength lies in offering additional ways to access Jet Synchron, providing a range of flexible tuner and non-tuner options. This engine also pairs well with the Superheavy Samurai, part of the deck. However, it does have some anti-synergy with the Adventure engine, especially if you draw the Snake Eye monsters. While it's technically possible to extend this into a 1-card speeder combo, the requirements make it too cumbersome for my taste. I used to run a small Kashtira engine in the deck a few months ago, but I decided to drop it to keep the deck size more manageable. I've also seen some players include Tearlament Shiren as a free level 4 body with some milling potential, which is interesting but doesn't feel essential to me. Of course, you're free to experiment with any of these engines and see what suits your playstyle best. Now that we've covered the main deck, let's move on to the extra deck. First up is Hyper Librarian, a critical card that lets us contest Maxx C and often win games against it. It draws into extensions, increasing our chances of finding card destruction or thrust, which can swing the game in our favor. Next, we have Jet Warrior, mainly included as an overtake target to summon Jet Synchron. However, its effects are also quite useful. Its bounce is effective going second, and its Graveyard effect, which lets you tribute a level 1 or 2 monster to special summon itself, is a decent extender. Accel Synchron is essential for this build, as it enables the protected speeder line when used with the SHS combo. I'll demonstrate that line later. Then, we have the heart of the deck, the card that decides if we win or lose, Junk Speeder. We're also running Bryanag, mainly to bounce card destruction back to our hand. For the level 7 slot, we could use Rose Dragon or AFD, as the level is more important than the effect, and I prefer Black Rose for an occasional board nuke. As a budget alternative, Charge Warrior is possible as well, as it just used to climb into Accel Stardust with Jet and Assault. The next key pieces are Stardust Dragon and Accel Synchron Stardust Dragon, which make Speeder or Hyper Librarian unaffected and allow us to press our advantage. Next is the level 8 powerhouse PSY Framelord Omega. He hand loops, he recovers from banished, and if he is in our grave, we can shuffle himself and another card back into the deck. The next addition is Diabolantis, which is highly versatile. It can mill Praying Mantis, giving us a level 1 token that Diabolantis can then turn into a tuner. This flexibility allows access to Accel Synchron if another level 4 is on the field, or Crocadragon in mid-combo. For the level 9 core, Croco Dragon serves as a small draw engine with a pop effect, while Trishula can non-target banish 3 cards, 1 each from the opponent's hand, field, and graveyard. Both are part of the Crimson Dragon extra deck engine. Unlike the previous video, we're running only 2 level 10 monsters here, Baron de Fleur, an incredibly powerful, easy-to-access Omninegate that protects Speeder, and Dispater, a versatile dragon that both disrupts the opponent and shields our plays. Crimson Dragon gives us cool plays, allowing us to summon Trishula or occasionally Dispater, depending on the situation. Now, let's dive into the 1-card SHS Synchron combo. If you're interested in the Adventure Engine combos, I showcased the essential ones in my last video, which you'll find linked in the description. I will end my commentary here. So let me know if you have any questions in the comment section.